What is going on, guys? Severe here, and this is going to be my tutorial to create a Cinema 4D house. Well, not a house, a bedroom in a house, like conducting a bed, a cabinet, some speakers, a light, and etc. And I'm going to use materials that actually aren't in my Cinema 4D folder at the start. I'm also going to create my own light, so yeah. So let's get started. This is probably like a 3-part episode because it's going to be really long. But I hope this guys helps you out, and please, if it does help you out at the end, don't forget to drop a like and a comment. If you want to do that now just to save time, that'd be sick. But yeah, whatever you want to do. So first of all, you need Cinema 4D, R13, R12. That's fairly basic, everyone needs to know that. And what you want to do is you want to first off get your cube. So you've got your shape, and you can just drag it. There's these little arrows and corners here. And let's just drag that up. I'm going to get a camera by clicking the camera tool up here. Then I'm going to click this little black box with a circle in it and just click it once. So now we're actually in the view of the camera. I'm going to get it centered to 000. I can change that later. And I'm not going to actually render it like that. But I'm going to drag this up the top of the line just so it's over. I'm going to drag in using this. And this is This is going to be a more advanced tutorial, I guess. If you haven't seen my other tutorials, I'd probably go check them out before you start working on this. But as you can see, I'm just using these to drag it a bit further outwards and just make it a bit nicer, so more of a room size. And that's how I'm going to leave it here. So I'm going to get my render settings done. So preset's going to be 19 by 20. I'm going to enter geometry. Save alpha channels on, save as a PNG, save to wherever you want, a tutorial bedroom. And yeah, as I was saying before, if you haven't seen my previous tutorials, it gives you a basic depth of what to do in Cinema 4D and where everything is. So yeah, if you want to go check them out, just go to my channel, subscribe, and because I post active material most every 3 days, so yeah, keep active with that. And so I'm just going to do effects. You want ambient occlusion, you want depth of field, you want you don't want object glow, you want, I guess you could use the lens effect. It's not really that much and it doesn't really do anything, just gives a nice clean finish at the end. And you also want color correction, and you want to change the contrast to 10%. But as you can see, we have nothing in the material box. And yeah, so let's get started. Okay, first we're going to do is the basic floor. Actually no, we'll do a bed first of all. So you want to get your cube and you want to drag, go to object, and you want segments to be about 10, 10, and 10. As you can see, they've created these cubes, and that's actually, I'm going to do 15 on all. And as you can see, it's created this really nice, well, not really nice, I don't know what I'm saying now. It's created this star where you can actually see each individual cell, and that allows you to edit it and etc. like that. So let's create a bed. The same thing we're going to do is we're going to go back up to cube and get the cube and push it down into the shape of a mattress. So once you have your, I'm going to go, if you scroll click, you can see how big the mattress is compared to the actual room, and my camera, as you can see, is back here. So I want the bed to be a bit bigger. So it's a fairly big bed, let's call it a king size bed. And we're going to place it in the very middle by using the Z line and the red line. It gives you an access to where your box is in the middle. So now you don't want it like bumped up against the wall. So there is about good. I'm going to make this the actual floor, so I'm going to width this. Make it more, increase the Y level just by dragging that up, the green arrow. Now I just want to place it on the floor just so it's touching. Okay, so now you've got your floor base. That's fairly basic, and I guess you can just leave it like that. Now you want to go copy, so Control C, and then paste again. So now you've got 2 cubes. You want to drag it up. You want to go fillet on object of your cube object. Click fillet, and as you can see, it creates this really nice curve effect on the actual cube. I just want it to be around here, so I'm going to go 10.5, and as you can see, it's created a really nice soft edge. I'm going to make this a bit smaller just so we can show it, and then you want to drop it down onto the actual mattress so it looks like it's just sitting there. And now that you have the basis of the bed, I'm just going to add a few features in quickly. You can do this if you want, but I'm not sure. Most beds do have like an actual a bed head at the end. So again, it's just the same thing with the cube. I'm just going to drag myself back in. Again, you want to go width of X down, and then width of Y you go down, so you've got a bed panel. I'm going to click scroll, and I'm just going to fit it to where my bed actually ends. So place it there, drag it on, and place it at the end of there. And as you can see, it's not perfect. You can muck around with the size of it. Actually, I might as well do that now. Size Z. No, it's not size Z. It's size Y. It's not size Y. It's size X. So you go to size X, and then you go size X. That. And as you can see, it's exactly the same now. And so you can just drag and drop wherever you feel need. And there we go. So now you've got a bed head at the end. I'm just going to drop it down because bed heads aren't that size. And as you can see, you've got a really basic style. But all you have to do is add segments if you want to edit it later. So 10 to 10. Segments Z, you want about 3 because that's on the outside edge. Okay, I'm going to do that for all of them, except for the mattress. Okay, now we need 2 pillows. So you want to do the same thing by controlling V. Control C, copy and paste. I'm just going to say that, and press T for quick selection to your size. Now I'm just going to click Shift and drag it down in size to 20%. Now I'm going to drag it outwards and then drag it upwards. I'm going to go back to cube and I'm going to make the fillet higher. So as you can see, it's created this really nice little pillow looking shape. It's probably a bit big for a pillow, I guess, but that doesn't really matter. It's going to be hidden in a second. And you want to drag it up, cross, and I'm going to have 3 pillows on my bed because I like to sleep comfy. So there we have 3 pillows. Lucky person. And okay, so there we go, 3 pillows. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to angle them upwards because most pillows are fluffy at the end. And so all you have to do is click R and you rotate using the red and just drag it up. Now drag it back, drag it down, and just angle it to your precision that you want the actual pillows. You could have like one falling off the bed, I don't really mind, but I'm just going to use this same thing now. Okay, so now we've done all that. Now comes more of a tricky part, I guess. It's not that tricky, but it is. You have to get this right. So you want to click on all 3 cubes, including the mattress. So I'm going to label them by double clicking and just typing mattress, bed, floor. Where is my... Oh, that's the mattress. Sorry, I got that wrong. And that is the bed head. Okay, so now you've got your pillows and your mattress, and all you want to do is right click, go to simulation tags, and you want to go cloth collider. So once you click that, you'll have this little cloth collider next to it. It's like a t-shirt with a cloth on it. I don't know why that is, but that is, so get over it. Now you want to go up to plane, and you want to click on a floor. So you want to get your floor, and you want to drag it up. And that's a fairly big floor. We don't want that big, so you can zoom out, and you can T the same way as you did before. And the floor's not letting me do that for some reason, and I think I got that wrong, and I did. If you don't want a floor, you want a plane. So go back to plane, and see how it is smaller. I was wondering why that is that size. So now you want to drag the plane across here, and up onto your bed. As you can see, this plane is huge. So you don't want it. This is basically the mattress for your bed, or your cover, or your silk cushion, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to have it angled over the side of the bed a little bit, so it just falls over. Then I'm going to follow, as you can see, I always use the blue line as a center of point, and that works really well for me. It might not work for you, but whatever you want to do. We don't want too much at the end, we just want a bit, so maybe a little bit more. As you can see, that's going to work pretty well. and it should just cover the bed like that. So now you want to go up to plane, you want to right click, you want to go to back to simulation tags, and you want to click on cloth. So as you can see, that's the cloth, that's cloth collider, ipso facto, it's gonna, when you when you click play, it should drop down, but it's not doing that because it doesn't like me for some reason. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing nothing? Maybe I've got that wrong. Simulation tags, ghost body, cloth belt, cloth collider, cloth. Huh. Okay. It doesn't seem to be working for me at the moment, which has never happened before and is fairly depressing because I'm already a fairly long way through it. Ah, okay, it fell. Why did it fall? Okay, you need to go to simulation tags and you need to go soft body. I'm gathering. No, it fell through again. Why the hell are you falling through the floor? Don't fall through the floor. Land on your bed. Why? Why do you do this? What is wrong with you? Make editable. Ah, something like that, I think. There we go. That was doing it. Okay. All you really need to do is you need to make that plane editable. So all you have to do is Cinema 4D tags, not Cinema 4D tags, what I'm talking about. You need to right click and you need to go down to make editable. Editable. What am I going to do next? Okay, so now you want to layer it. It's actually a bit too small for what I wanted, so I'm going to Control Z, and go back 2 spaces and make it a bit bigger because I like it to drape over the side of the bed, and it gives it a cool effect. So you want to make that editable, but the same thing applies cloth and cloth collider for your bed. Now you click and it will drop and add a really nice effect to your mattress and your bed. You just want, in a previous model of mine, a corner of the bed actually came over it and it made it look, I'll just show you a, it's not really, as you can see down here, there's a little corner and it makes it look unrealistic, so you don't really want to do that. So you just want to drop it until you've got the right shape for what you want. And right now, for me, that's looking like it might work. I'm just going to pull it back a bit because so control back, pull it back a bit. I don't really want it to be over the pillows because I want to see my pillows. We're gonna go back to 1, and all you sorry, I wasn't explaining down here what I'm doing. These are the frames, and all you need to do is click on the green 0 frame and go 1 frame, 2 frame, 3 frame, 4 frame, 5 frame to about 11. No, you want to go to about I guess you can just play around with it until you find out what you actually want. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's not working. I want it over. Okay. Control. I'm gonna go one more time. I'm gonna make it a bit bigger. I'm just gonna drag it down here. This should work. This should be nice to me. I'm hoping this is gonna be nice to me. So as you can see, I'm just clicking, and damn it. And it is all about just getting the actual shape right. But now you can see that I've actually got my bed head. That's what I want it to look like, and I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, so now we're going to make a little rug for under the bed, and I'm basing this off another one that another actual model that I've done, the Aquatine entry. So if any of you saw that, then you'll know what I'm doing here. This is creating a rug effect. You can't actually see it at the moment, but all you want to do is create another plane, make it the same floor length, I guess, or floor base length of what you want it to be. That's a big for me. I'm just wanting to cover the actual bed so it doesn't scratch the floor. And you want to go to coordination width, and you want to find the width of this, so height, and you want to drop it down. So coordination, your Z is not the right one. You want to go to Y, and you want to drop it down to about, as you can see, it disappears after I go to -5 centimeters, so I'm going to drop it to -4, -3, that's not doing it right, -5. minus 4, minus 4.8. And this is really just a guessing game at the moment, minus 4.7. And as you can see, it's coming up a bit more. Minus 4.5 is where I'm going to keep it. Actually, no, I'll just do one more because it's not showing up now. Minus 4.3 is where I'm... Alright. Okay, just 4. Fine, you win. 4. Alright, now it's not showing up either. Why are you doing this to me? Minus 3.5. Ah, there we go. It's kind of there, but it's kind of not. So I'm not really going to worry about that. Sorry, I need some music. It gets fairly boring just listening to me speak. We've done the bed now, and we've done the mattress. So let's get on with the actual backing of your house. I'm going to base this on what I have in my bedroom. I don't actually have a cool outside looking view like some kids do. I just have this brick wall. So I'm going to go up to the live selection tool. I'm going to go here, right to the middle of it. I'm just going to go across, and you hold shift to select a number of cells. As you can see, I'm just getting a bunch of cells, down across, and basically all this is it's just time. It's really all it is time. And as you can see, I went right click, extrude, I held control, and I just dragged it to the right, and it drags it back. As you can see, that's giving them a really nice effect. I'm going to do the same thing with the floor. So now I'm going to go to select, ring selection. Ring selection basically means it creates every single cell that's in a row, and it just clicks on it. So I'm going to do up and down. And I'm going to go bevel, no, extrude inner, and that is what this does. If you drag it, you can see it creates another cell inside it, and then you are able to move that up or down. So I'm going to move that down because I'm creating a little bevel on the edge, but right now I only need one of these. So I'm going to go select, ring selection, just those ones, and I don't know why it's actually... Okay, that's good. So now I'm just going to drag that up by going cube and finding the arrow's length, which just disappeared for me for some reason. Okay, that just disappeared, which is real. Oh, there it is. Okay, just a bit further back than I wanted, so I'm just going to drag it down. As you can see, it just drops the actual cells that I wanted. And I'm just going to bevel it again and drag it out. But as you can see, it drags all of them, so you don't want that, so you want to go shift and just pull it out a little bit. And if you want to change every single one to point outwards, all you really have to do is go select, ring selection, and live selection, and you have to do it by hand. So all you have to do is click, 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 and you have to go all the way around. You can actually shift hold, but if you want to be really precise with it, you can click in the middle of each cell, and I'll highlight 2 cells at a time. It's a bit of a time saver when it comes to this, because this is a fairly boring process, but I'll go through it just to show. This is going to be a tutorial in about 4 parts, so as I was saying earlier. So I'm going to link the second part to this tutorial at about 20 minutes in the bottom of the description. So if you're looking for that, just go down there. And if this helps you out and you do enjoy these, please don't hesitate to drop a comment or whatever you want to do. Okay, so now that we've done that, now you need to go to extrude inner again. I don't know what. I didn't want to do that. That's really annoying. Why didn't you say anything, people? Alright, so you want to actually just click on the ones you want to extrude, which is these ones. And I want these to come out. So I'm going to go bevel, right click bevel, and just drag it. It's not doing what I want it to do. Extrude inner, drag, bevel, drag. Okay, that's better. As you can see, it's not a full, like, what am I saying, like? It's not a completely, I guess, straight wall. So I'm just going to drop this down a bit, and it gives you a nice little curve effect. I'm going to leave it like that. But that's what you can do on all sides, and I may just do that quickly. It's not going to take that long, and I won't do the back wall either. So boom, boom, and you just do it for all walls. Matrix inner, extrude inner, bevel, go to your arrow, you just drag it out a little bit, and then you drop it. And then you just do it to the next one, just by going up to live selection tool again, clicking on all of, and make sure you don't have other cells highlighted already, because whatever you do to these cells, there might be cells highlighted behind you that are actually being edited at the same time, so when you come back to them later, it's going to be a real bitch to like actually fix up. So you want to go same thing again, bevel, out, drop down, and now you've got this really nice edging to your house. I will, I guess I'm gonna have to do it to the top as well. Just do, if you're gonna do a high quality one, you may as well just follow this exact tutorial, because I'm trying to get the highest quality of tutorial I can. So extrude inner, bevel, that was extrude. If I'm going a bit too quick here, you probably need to go check out my other tutorials. They're a bit like less quick and they're fairly structured. This one is just go, Charlie Sheen go. So highlight, 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 blah, 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 boring, boring, boring. That is basically what modeling is. It is a very time-consuming design, but it actually comes out really well. And it's sad that there's not actually a community, a larger community in the YouTube community of designers that we have that actually do it, because it is actually quite a really sick turnout if you get it correct, and it does if you're looking for design or anything in later life. This probably would help out a lot. Bevel, and then just drag it up, and as you can see, you've got the wall now, and it's looking pretty sick, and that's going to create a really nice shadow effect later, and it just tidies up the whole place. So now we've done that, we're going to add a wardrobe. So I'm going to move the bed over, because I don't like that. And if you didn't know how to edit, I probably just didn't say this before, I might have, but I forgot. You click on this, and this is the polygon mode tool, and if you want to, you can just hold control and it will change. I think, maybe not. No, that's a lie. Maxon lied to me. So all you need to do is click on that, polygon mode, edits, and then back to model mode. And as you can see, it turns white. And so now you know you're in model mode. So you want to click on all the planes that you've used. I'm just hoping that this match, it's not, is it? God damn. Righto. That's fairly annoying. Current state to object, no, okay, plane. I'll just quickly do, I'm going to drag that over and quickly do what I did before on it. As you can see, I'm going to line it up with one of these dots again, or the lines. Just keep it straight. Add a plane. Drag the plane over. Place the middle one in the middle of there. Drag it through. And drag it through. Just drag it up a bit. Simulation tags, as just going over again. Cloth collider. Make editable. Get rid of the other plane. Oh, I needed that plane. And drop it to. And of course it won't work. What have I done wrong now? What's the difference? Oh, cloth. That's what the difference is, cloth. It's a fairly laggy process as well, so if you want to, if you haven't got the highest specs on your computer, you might want to check before you do it, or do it actually before. I'm really not liking that, which is annoying. Sorry about this, guys. This is just going to take a little bit longer than I expected just to do the bed, which is kind of pissing me off. Simulation tags, cloth, make editable. Well, it gives you a really good understanding of how to make a bed. Okay, now you're going to pause, and yep, I'm liking that. Okay, So now that you've done the bed, you want to get an angle for your actual, I'm going to say we're going to do a wardrobe now. So let's, as I said before, drag it out, so the size of a wardrobe, drag it in, I'm going to make 2 wardrobes. Wardrobe, make 2 cubes, push them to the side, and you can check all this by using your actual tool, by clicking scroll and just placing it in the exact position that you want. I'm going to place it over here, and it's floating. We don't want it floating, and we want it a bit bigger. Oh yeah, now it's not floating. And now there's a space there, which is can be filled by something later. Okay, so now we've done that. Actually, no, I don't want to make a wardrobe. Wardrobe is too big. I want to make a couch. So I'm going to flip that to 90 degrees, drag it down, and I'm going to make a chest. Or like bedside table, I guess. Whatever you really want to call it. I'm just going to do this quickly. Drop down the bedside table. Actually, that's so boring. No, I don't want to do that. Screw that. I'm going to get a cylinder. I'm going to get a cooler bedside table. I'm going to drag this one over to where the left of the bedside. As you can see, you can just play around with the positioning of it. I'm going to drop it here, and now I'm going to fly over using the camera tool. I'm going to fly over and I'm going to place it exactly where I want it. So I'm going to copy paste. I'm going to drop it. Click T on the cylinder and just make it really small, little ones. And I'm going to drag and drop this one down. Make that one bigger. Okay, and for this, I'm actually going to start it off by using the cloner tool. So you're going to cylinder up to effector, and you want to go cloner tool. Where's the cloner tool? There it is. Okay, so you want to go to object, you want to go to radial, and it's disappeared for some reason. Where have you gone? Radial, and you want the count to be, so sometimes it does that, but you don't need to worry about that. Just swing it to the side. You want the cylinder to be facing 90 degrees, so you just keep mucking around with this. So you've got it correct. So you want to put the cylinder on its side, and you want to put it in the cloner. But for some reason it's done that again. So I'm just going to muck around with some settings and see if I can get anything on. Okay, it's doing something weird. I do not know why it is doing it to me. Ah, there we go. All you need to do is put it in the cloner, and you need to put that to 90 degrees. So as you can see, they're all straight now. All you need to do is pull it up and drag it and drop it under your tool. I'm going to place it right here. As you can see, it's created the bottom base of the thing. That'll be a little bookshelf. And it goes through and under. Okay, now we've done that, I'm going to make this a white wardrobe. So I'm going to go, well, I'm not going to change actually anything. I'm going to click cylinder, coordination. Whoops. I'm going to make another cylinder quickly, because that one edited. I'm going to drag it back over to where I were before. And it's a perfect fit, which is good. I'm just going to make it a bit smaller down at the base. Okay, now that you've done that side, we're going to go click on that, and we're going to go to Object, Height Segments about 10, 20, because we want to make a small one. You're going to go Edit All, Ring Tool, by going to Polygon Mode, Ring Selection, make the bottom and the top, extrude inner, and then extrude a little bit, because we're going to color that later and make everything look sparkly. Okay, so now we've done that. That's your bedside table, your standard bedside table, and it really comes down to what textures you use. Like if you don't use decent textures, then it won't actually work well. So now we're going to go to Start again, and we're going to go to Torus, and this is going to be a bit too big, so we're going to make that smaller, drag it down. I'm going to go across to here, and we're going to use this as a, I guess if you want to call it, a handle. No, not if you want to call it, it's a handle. So you want to make that bit thinner by going ring radius that to about 50 centimeters, not that. And you want to make it fairly round by going to 150 centimeters. Pipe radius, you want to make it thin, so you want to go to about 1 centimeter. Ring radius back down to about 20, 10, 5. 5 should do it, and then 0.5 centimeters with a ring radius of 10, and that's looking fairly decent. So now you want to go to Slice, and you want to slice it to 180. That's all you need to do. Click on Slice, 180 to 180. And if you want to see what this does, this just takes away the ring, and it's really good for intro making as well. That's a nice thing to know. So all you need to do is rotate to 90 degrees, rotate to 90 degrees, and then rotate to 90 degrees. And then you stick it in to the side of your bookshelf. And if you want to do another one, you can just click on bookshelf, find out where your actual ring is, place it in the middle, and make a nice line going downwards by using the live selection tool. I'm just trying to make a really nice, good looking, detailed, I guess, house model for you guys for your first tutorial. Because once you get it the first time, then the other times are really just mucking around and testing out what you can do and what other styles you like to make. So you want to just place that in there. And I'm liking the look of that. It's got a really nice, clean style. It's a bit too far out, so I'm going to place it a bit in. Go back to objects and make the ring radius about 5. I'm going to drag it up, drag it out. Yep, that's what I'm wanting. And then I'm going to drag it back down. Actually, that's not what I'm wanting. I'm going to twist it to 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Yeah, that's what I was wanting for. I'm going to do the same thing again over here. What I need to do is live selection tool, matrix inner, make it fairly small, model tool, back, just scrap that, extrude inner, back down here. Extrude inner, a little bit in, good. Now I'm going to use these ones, go back to your torus, and drag them, copy and paste, as you can see torus. I'm going to drag it, rotate it just a little bit to about 30 or 40 degrees, 50, 45 degrees. I'm going to drop it and see what it looks like as an angle as above. And that works fairly well. It's angled pretty precisely. That one isn't, which is a bit of a knockoff, so just quickly fix up that. 10 degrees. maybe just 5 degrees less. Yeah. Okay, as you can see, you've created the bedside table with handles, and that was a fairly easy thing to do. I'll just check how long I've been going for. 35 minutes. Okay, I'm going to end here, and I'll see you guys in the next episode if you want to watch. Alright, thanks guys, speak soon.